Hello.
Hello,
Hello,
Ivan.
finally.
Hello.
Hi. Hello, Nikolai and Jean. Hello.
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 Okay, good. So everybody can speak. That's good. Now, I know Nikolai, but I
Yeah.
don't think I know anybody else. Do I know you, Ivan? Have we met before? Ivan? Ivan? Ivan, can you hear me? Okay, let me check. Ivan?
Second stress syllable. Ivan.
Ivan?
Hello. Hello.
Ah,
That's
he
okay.
was right. Oh my goodness. Ivan, can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, yes. Something problem
Okay,
with my
Ivan. Is it Ivan or Ivan?
in Russian Ivan. I think in English Ivan.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Nikolai. Okay, so how do I say your name, sir? Jean or John?
Can be Jean,
How
no
how
problem.
how does what does your mother call you?
Jean,
Jean.
yeah,
Okay, okay.
but can call Jean, no problem.
I can call you Jean. Are you from France?
No, from Brazil.
From Brazil.
Yeah.
Okay. And I know I've met Ivan before.
Что?
You
Нет,
never
нет, спасибо.
said anything. Huh, all this time I've been calling you Ivan. Kelly,
Well,
have we met before?
No, this is the
Okay.
first time.
So I'm, for the first time, meeting Parwati and
Yeah.
Jin and Ivan. No, Jin and Kelly. Sorry, Parwati, Jin and Kelly.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, let me introduce myself then. So my name is Claire. I've been teaching for 12 years. Oh, I've been teaching English for 12 years, I should say. I have worked in Asia and Central America and Italy in Europe, but mostly lived in Europe because that's where I'm from. And now I've been working with Linguda for it's November, 6 months, I think. No, 7 months. And so now I'm a remote teacher and I am in the Caribbean on holiday, which caused a lot of trouble because the clocks went back and so did my clock. And I did not know what time my classes were. Yes, it was crazy. It was very crazy weekend. Okay, so who would like to introduce themselves first? Hawati, would you like to tell us where you're from and do you work or do you study?
Yeah, thank you. Hello, everybody. My name is Parwati. I'm from Indonesia, but now I'm undertaking my study in USA in University of South Australia in Adelaide.
Yeah, in Australia. Ah, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to use English every day.
Yeah.
Excellent. How long have you been living in Australia?
I've been living here for about 3 years. Yeah, but I'm struggling with my pronunciation and speaking also. It's still be a challenge for me.
Okay, we'll see how that goes and I will let you know later, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so how long have you been on Lingoda, Pawati?
Oh, here is my first week.
Your first week. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you know later. Nikolai, please introduce yourself to everyone.
Hello everyone. My name is Nilolai. I am from Russia, Barnaul City, Altaiский край. I'm a system administrator. I like volleyball and running. That's enough.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Nikolai. Okay, Jean? tell us where you're from and
Okay.
mention you're from Brazil.
Yeah.
And what's your job?
I'm from Brazil, São Paulo. Have been working with IT for 3 years long. So
Okay,
yeah.
it's cool. Kelly?
Hello. Hello everybody. I'm Kelly. I'm from Taiwan. I'm now unemployed.
Oh, don't worry.
Mm.
With just English, you will get something very soon. You speak well, Kelly. Okay. And the last person, Ivan.
Mm-hmm. It's me. Who else?
Okay, tell us about you, me.
Yes, I live in Almaty in Kazakhstan. So it's early morning in our city. And also I work as a business analyst in American company. We made
Ivan.
yes,
Yeah.
I live in Almaty in Kazakhstan, work as a business analyst in Mary Kay company. So we made life of women great.
Really? Okay. Thank you so much for doing that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I only have a rule, and it only applies to Kelly at the moment because I can't see Kelly, but I can see everyone else. So my one rule is in class, Kelly, you can't do this or this. I can't see you. Okay? So everybody else, you guys can go, oh, all of that because I can see you.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Yeah.
Kelly, if I ask a question and you do this, no.
Okay, I see.
Okay, good. Because if your internet connection goes, Kelly, we won't know. Your name stays on the screen and we won't know if you're there or not. But if Nikolai's internet connection goes, he might be for a long time. Okay? So
Okay.
you need to speak a lot in class today just so that we know you're still with us, okay? So today we're talking about air pollution. Okay? Depending on where you are in the world, the pollution might be more or less. We are doing reading and listening, okay? Reading and listening practice today. So you need to tell me if I'm speaking too quickly for you so that I can slow down, okay? Because this is a B1 class. Some of you might have a higher level than others, okay? Yeah, does everybody understand?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay, am I speaking too quickly
No.
or just okay?
That's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, Kelly, are you good?
Yes.
I saw you lifting your head and doing this. You have to stop. Stop, Kelly. Come on. Use the words. So can you read the screen for us, please, Kelly?
Practice reading a text about air pollution. Practice discussing the
Very good.
various consequences of air pollution. Practice talking about potential solutions and efforts to reduce air pollution.
Okay. So thank you, Kelly. Ivan, please read the screen.
Just a moment. I see second page. I don't see the
No,
third.
page 3. Oh, you can't.
Yes.
Did you download it?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Human development has had
Oh.
many negative consequences for the planet. Many of Earth's habitats and environments are under threat. One of the most invisible of these is air pollution, which threatens the health of many of those in urban environments.
Yes. So have a look at these words. Do you know them all? John, please read. How do you say it again?
I don't know. You are free to say
No. It's like I hate it when
what I
people
like.
don't pronounce my name properly. So come on, tell me how to say it.
Here they call me Jean.
Jean. Okay.
Yeah.
So please read the screen this way.
Okay. Renewable energy, solar energy, green cars, environmental policies, hydropower, climate change, global warming, bioproducts, nuclear energy and wind energy. Sorry,
Okay, so this one is wind,
wind. Okay.
wind energy. Okay, does everybody know all of the words on the screen?
Mm, yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Are you sure? Very sure? Okay. Parwati, tell me, what is renewable energy?
Renewable energy is something like the energy that will last forever. For example, like wind energy.
Okay, stop, stop,
Yeah.
stop, stop.
Okay.
Thank you. It's good. So, Nikolai, can you give me another example of renewable energy from the screen, please? One only.
Uh, Hydropower.
Yep. And Jean,
Sorry.
another example of renewable energy that you can see
Um,
on the screen.
wind can be mm, wind energy. Oh,
Okay.
solar energy. Sorry.
Solar energy, yeah, because
Yeah.
Parwati said
Yeah.
wind
Yeah. Yeah.
and Nikolai said hydropower. You say solar. Is there another one on the screen, people? Ivan, do you see one?
What else?
One more example of renewable energy.
Green cars, maybe.
No, 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 no. They use renewable energy.
Yes, byproducts.
Mm,
I think maybe nuclear, but it's not.
yes, it is. Nuclear
Yes.
energy.
I don't think that it's.
That was such a
Practice.
lucky guess, but it is nuclear energy.
I don't think that it's so safety.
Well, it's renewable. We never mentioned safe.
Yes, yes.
Oh.
Okay. So, what is climate change, Kelly?
Uh, Climate change because of human activities and the climate change.
You can't do that. No, no, you have to use other words to describe it. You can't say because of human activities, the climate change. What, in what way? Come on. What is
Pollution.
happening? Mm-hmm.
Pollution.
What does that have to do with the climate?
Mm, the the weather. What to say?
What can you see?
What can I say? The weather getting warmer
Global warming.
Yes.
and
Mm-hmm.
the ice cap is melting.
Yes, that is climate change.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so environmental policies. Who wants to answer this? What's that about?
I think it's a set of laws for nature safety, for reduce
To reduce.
pollution of air and something else.
Mm-hmm. To
To switch
prevent.
to switch cars with vehicle working on gas to green cars.
Mm-hmm. So that we can prevent global warming and climate change. It's encouraging everybody to use renewable energy like all of these mentioned on the screen and more bioproducts. What does it mean when we say bioproducts, Pawati?
Bioproducts. I think the products that come from um, like biology matters, such as plant, or something like that. It's natural, from natural.
From nature, yeah. So biological
Yeah.
products, we say those are products that can be easily broken down in the environment without causing harmful effects to our environment. Okay,
Yes,
so
yes,
plant
okay.
or animal matter. Okay, so let's move forward and read some of these words in sentences. Please read the screen, Nikolai.
More people should invest
Oh,
in.
sorry, actually, sorry, because you read earlier on and I haven't heard Kelly read yet. Sorry about that, Nikolai.
Okay. More people should invest in renewable energy. The government revealed a range of new environmental policies. Solar energy is power captured from the sun. There are many debates surrounding the use of nuclear energy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and Parwati, please read the screen.
I try to buy bioproducts whenever I can. This means the products are organic. The polar ice caps are melting due to global warming. To reduce emissions, cities should encourage the use of green cars, otherwise known as electric cars. There is little doubt about the existence of climate change.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is the first reading and it's for Nikolai.
Pollution takes many forms. You might not be able to see the emissions and
Noxious.
noxious byproducts of industry and human activity, but they can create risks to our health and that of the planet. The next one.
Mm-hmm. The whole page.
People who live in cities are exposed to higher levels of pollution. Air pollution is made of chemicals and particles in the atmosphere. There are many causes of air pollution. Some come from natural sources, uh, bushfires or volcanic air, air eruptions, for example. However, the vast majority is the result of human activity.
Yes. Okay. Do you all understand all of the words in bold?
Mm,
Are there any that you don't know?
No.
bushfires.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody know what this is? A bushfire?
Yeah.
What is it, Ivan?
Yes, it's kind of
Okay,
I
go ahead,
think it when a lot of trees in a fire. I think when the forest in a fire.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm. It could be small trees that get
yes.
become lit due to natural causes. There might be glass in the bush in the area, and then it becomes a wildfire that spreads. Like if you look on the TV every year around, well, just I think last few weeks ago there were some fires in California,
Yes.
bushfires or forest fires as well. In the forest, if it's a big forest and it's forest fires, we call bushes small trees. Okay. Are there any other words that you don't know in the screen, people?
how about noxious?
Noxious.
Noxious. Does anybody know what this one is?
Maybe toxic.
Yes. Toxic, poisonous. Mm-hmm.
What's the difference?
It's the same.
The
It's a
same.
synonym.
Oh, okay.
So noxious, poisonous, toxic, synonym. Okay? They're all synonyms.
All right, thanks.
Are there any other words?
Vast.
I'm sorry?
Vast. The vast majority.
The vast
Vast.
majority.
Yeah.
This one you mean?
VAS. Yeah.
Yes, vast. So most.
Most.
The large majority. The vast majority means the large majority. Okay?
Most. Okay.
Mhm. Any other words? No? Okay.
No.
So you have a good idea of what this reading is about, Jean?
Yeah. This reading specifically, it's about how we are changing or how the pollution are changing our environment, and I
Mhm.
think Yeah.
Yeah. So it mentions that even though we can't see it, there is noxious gases. There are noxious gases that are affecting our health and the plants. And there are high levels of air pollution made by chemicals and
Greenhouse.
particles in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And they can come from natural causes like forest fires or volcanic eruptions. However, the vast majority is because of human
Human
activity.
activity.
Okay, please read this screen, Jean.
So industry, farming, mining, and power generation are just a few of activities that contribute to polluted atmosphere. Smoke and fumes from factories and human industry release emissions into the air. Burning fossil fuels such as coal for our energy needs produces greenhouse gases, which traps heat in the atmosphere, warming the temperature of the planet. As a result of this, these toxic emissions remains stuck, making air pollution worse.
Okay, do you all understand all of the words?
Yeah, yeah. Just
Yes.
may I know I know fumes, smoke and
Fumes.
fumes. Okay.
hmm So,
What 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 it mean?
fume, the type of smoke that smells bad.
Mm, okay.
Yeah.
The,
Anything
but
else?
but are they synonyms or not?
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
Um,
Perfect.
so different types of smells, different types of smoke. Um,
No, what about greenhouse gases?
what are greenhouse gases, people? Does anybody know what a greenhouse gas is?
Yeah, for example, carbon dioxide
Mm-hmm.
and
Yes.
nitrogen, something like making it our Earth warmer.
Yes. So
Yeah.
these greenhouse gases cause a greenhouse effect. In a greenhouse, if you walk in, it might be very warm. That's what
Mm.
they mean, the greenhouse effect. So these gases cause it to get warmer, cause climate change. So carbon monoxide, and chlorofluorocarbons, CFCs. Okay, so CFCs they are called. I write it in the chat. You can look it up in your language. Okay? CFCs, chlorofluorocarbons. Okay, so what are these? What are the cause of chlorofluorocarbons? What are fossil fuels? Does anybody know?
Oil.
Yes, oil. Anything else?
Mm,
Uh,
oh,
me
I don't know.
gas? I think now I say gas is the gas
What
the
kind of gas?
I don't know, the vapor, I don't know.
Where is it from?
Oh, it's from the same this from the same as fossil for oils, but oils I think no, for oil it's liquid and gas is a kind of steam. I
Yeah, so natural gas from the planet
natural
Earth.
gas. Yes,
So
perfect.
natural gas, petroleum, what else?
Coal.
Fossil fuels, coal. Yeah. So using this type of fossil fuel, and also plants as well people use. If you use this for energy, it releases greenhouse gases and it kills the planet. Plus they are not renewable energy. They will run out. Okay. And then what happens as a result of all that? These things get stuck in the atmosphere and we get air pollution. Yes?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's yeah. Yeah.
Please read the screen, Ivan. No, wait, Ivan, you just read, did you?
No.
No. Okay, it's your turn.
Smoke is also a type of air pollution. Smokes form as a result of high temperatures and increased levels of radiation. Smoke can make it hard to see and is extremely harmful to our health. Smoky brown haze can cause damage to the eyes and the lungs, and it can affect the healthy growth of plants. The poisonous fumes from our cars can settle more easily as smoke in warm weather.
Mm-hmm. Does everybody understand it? Yes? No? Maybe? Nobody understands it?
Smoggy.
Smoggy is a type, it's just a term saying exactly what it looks like. So smoggy, full
Okay.
of smog. Understand? Are there any other
Uh,
words, Kelly? Or
haze.
haze? It's a type
Haze.
of, it's a type of gas in the atmosphere. So it's like you're looking into it, but you can't see clearly. It's hazy, we say.
Hazy. Foggy.
Mm-hmm. Sort of. It's like it's moving. You can actually see the gas moving in the air.
Okay.
Okay, and it can damage the eyes. So, what causes smog from this reading, Kelly? What does it say causes smog?
Small is causes uh, uh it can cause what? Small can cause damage to the eyes and the
No.
lungs.
What
Or
causes?
as what's the causes?
What creates
The
smog?
high temperature and increased levels of radiation.
Mm-hmm. And
And and uh, s- and the eyes and
hmm?
lung
No.
and the
What?
poisonous fumes from our cars.
Yeah. That also causes smog. Okay.
Oh,
So the
okay.
radiation, the high temperatures increase radiation levels, and then the poisonous fumes from our cars, they come together and they cause smog. And what can happen as a result of smog, Parwati?
As a result, the smoke can damage our eyes
Mm-hmm.
and lungs, and it also can affect the healthy growth of plants or also for humans.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to do all of the readings first to make sure that we cover this because it's reading class. And then after we do the readings, we will answer questions, okay? So, Kelly.
Mhm. Air pollution can have serious consequences for human health. When you breathe in polluted air, you inhale chemicals, pesticides, and industrial fumes. Residents in larger cities where air pollution is common might sometimes suffer from difficulties breathing or have itchy eyes. Lots of exposure to pollution can result in lung disease and cancer.
Okay. So, Kelly, do you have a lot
Mhm.
of, well, I don't know about Hong Kong, but I remember when I lived in China, we had a lot of air pollution in Beijing and Shanghai. I
Mhm.
lived in those cities. It was scary.
Mm. Yeah.
You could actually stare at the sun in Beijing and it doesn't hurt your eyes because of all the pollution working as a filter.
Uh-huh.
That's
Wow.
really bad, right?
Yeah,
So
I heard about it.
is there a lot of pollution in Hong Kong?
Oh, I'm from Taiwan.
Oh, sorry, from Taiwan. Is there a lot of
Yeah,
pollution in
Taiwan's air
Taiwan?
pollution is serious too. Well,
Mm-hmm.
actually, especially in autumn, this season.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
because the weather is changing. Mm-hmm.
yeah, the weather is changing, and some pollution is because of our um, power generation.
Mm-hmm.
some is from maybe mainland China, the desert, the desert, the desert.
Yes. It blows
Yeah.
over the sand as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. What about you, Pawati? What is it like in your country, in Indonesia? Do you have a lot of air pollution?
Yes, especially in the big cities such as capital city in Jakarta, we have terrible air pollution because a lot of car in Jakarta. And then another one is it goes from forest fires. As you know, we have a forest fire every year. It causes a very terrible atmosphere, smoky, and it can cause lung disease and cancer. Yeah. In a very heavy, extreme fire.
What about in Russia, Nikolai?
Oh, I switched my microphone.
Oops, sorry. Okay.
I live in small town, and I think air pollution problem it's not critical in that place. I for 12 years I have one problem. Then we have bushfires in another region, in our neighborhood region, and then I really saw more smoke, and I feel it's by my
your lungs. It might be hard to breathe.
Yeah, it was a little bit hard to breathe and smell.
The fumes.
Fumes, yeah.
Burn your nose as well. Yeah. What about in Brazil, Jean? Do you have any problems with air pollution?
Yeah. São Paulo is I think it's the biggest city in Brazil, and we have a lot of this problem here with this kind of greenhouse that at the end of the day here is, for example, today we got 34 degrees and spring, so which is very difficult to walk in the street and to breathe. Is now I'm feeling my eyes quite itchy, so it's
yeah, it makes you think, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Ivan, in Kazakhstan, do you have a lot of air pollution?
Yes, we have in my city we have a lot of smoke because Almaty is surrounded by mountains, and
it just stays in.
Yes,
no way
yes,
to get out.
Yes, and when you go up to the mountain, you can see how that black
A cloud. Oh
cloud.
my goodness! No way.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, and when you go in there, you think, oh, what we
Are you breathing?
Yes.
That's really scary.
Yes.
Okay. So if you think that's bad, whose turn is it to read now? Who was the last person to read?
Maybe.
Nikolai? Okay.
Remember.
Please. You just read, right, Nikolai?
No.
Okay, read please.
Children who live in areas with high density of air pollution are at risk of developing lung disease. In some polluted cities, breathing the air over a long period of time can be the same as smoking, 14 cigarettes. 40 cigarettes.
40 cigarettes. A day, okay? A day. So, Ivan, do you smoke?
No.
Yes, you do. You smoke.
Yes, when I
don't know.
When I
You
go
go
on the street.
outside. You mentioned that there's a big cloud over your city. You go outside and you smoke, Ivan. You went outside to
Sick.
smoke now, aren't you? Okay. And Jean, do you live in Sao Paulo?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you smoke?
Now
Yes.
Now
of
you
course.
do.
Yeah, now I do. Yeah.
Second hand.
Yeah.
uh, Secondhand smoke, you do.
Second hand smoke. Yeah.
And Kelly, do you smoke?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yes, and Parwati, you smoke too, right?
No.
Yes, you do. You live in Indonesia. You just told me. This is why I asked you all if you have
Everybody
a
here
lot of
is
air
addicted.
pollution. Mhm. So you are smoking 40 cigarettes a day. Goodness, people, that's terrible. hmm That's really bad, right? You
I
try
think
to live a
just
healthy life.
yeah.
hmm
I think just Nikolai doesn't. Uh,
Nikolai is the
smoke.
only one.
Yeah, I think yeah.
He's so lucky.
And he sometimes gets forest fires, so sometimes he smokes a lot of cigarettes a day, but not every day. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so please read the screen, Jean. Jean.
Sorry.
Oh, we
Okay.
can't hear
Yeah.
you, people.
Okay. What can be done to help the residents of cities like Mumbai, Beijing, New York, and London? The reduction of pollutants in the air is something that may urban leaders have to set to solve. In some cities, older models of cars which create a higher and more concentrated amount of traffic fumes have been banned for being used in the inner city.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I don't know. I was speaking to a student about this topic, and they mentioned that something like this is happening in Russia now. But in the UK, we have something we call the MOT test. So every year, each car driver has to take their car for an MOT. And then if they fail the MOT, their car can't drive on the road. So one of the things they check, apart from looking at the lights and everything to see that the car is working properly, they check to see how much fumes the car is emitting from the engine. And if it's higher than the level that is agreed upon, then the car can't drive on the road. Yeah. So we don't have a lot of cars producing like fumes on our streets because of the MOTs. Do you have that in your cities? Do you have a test that your cars must take every year or
We
every two
had,
years?
we had, but we stopped. Why? I don't know why, but we stopped to do this test on on cars.
Mm,
I think we think different here because I don't know why the cars the old cars
mm,
they are free to pay taxes. I don't know why, and I
mm.
think and I think it's a positive thing to you to use your old car in the streets.
Wow.
So
Have you
yes,
seen the cars when they drive down the street? You see the black smoke coming out of the engine, coming out of their like exhaust. Yeah,
yeah,
that is
it's
what
very
they.
common in the country cities that you can see a lot of these cars
Mm-hmm.
doing this there.
Yeah, it's for example, if your car fails the MOT, it doesn't get a sticker, and it's the same like a sticker for insurance that you stick in the car window. Your car must have that to drive on the road. So it must have a sticker to say MOT passed. Otherwise, you can't drive on the street at all in the UK. What
Mm,
about in Russia? Do you have something like that, Nikolai?
Um, I don't know because I'm not interested with cars. I
You don't
I
drive? Mm-hmm.
I don't drive.
Mm-hmm. So what about in Taiwan, Kelly? Do you have anything like this? I know in China they don't seem to.
Hmm?
Is it like
And the
this in?
old car,
Do you have like a test that your cars must pass to drive on the road?
text for car,
A test. So like
a test.
yes, a test or an exam.
Oh yes, for cars over 5 years have to check every year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Uh,
to make sure that they're safe. And in Indonesia, do you have anything like that, Pawati?
Yeah, especially for public transportation.
Mm,
Yeah. Mhm.
yeah, all the buses are okay with that. They all,
Yeah, that's it.
it's the private cars that are problems. So
Mhm.
have a look. This one. Ivan, can you see it? Page 18.
Regulation which impose fines on relay breakers work
Rule
to
breakers.
lower re- rule
Rule.
rule
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 breakers.
breakers. Yes, rule breakers work to lower the density of toxic fumes in these cities. Other reduction ideas are based on limiting the use of fossil fuels like coal and oil. The burning of these fuels is the largest contributing factor to air pollution. Changing to clean sources of power, such as solar or wind energy, can reduce the extent and consequences that pollution can have.
Hmm. Does your country use renewable energy, Kelly?
Mm-hmm. Yes, we use wind energy and solar energy too.
Yeah, I remember when I was in China, I saw a lot of, or a few solar panels on the street lights so that they would
Mm.
automatically turn on at night. But I didn't see many houses with solar panels. Only when I lived in Mexico, there were
Mm.
loads of houses with solar panels. What
Mhm.
about in, in Kazakhstan, Ivan? Do you
Yes,
use solar, not solar, but um, renewable energy?
we use wind energy
Mm-hmm.
because we have a lot of mountains and
Mm-hmm.
there's a strong wind
Mm-hmm.
a lot of places, and also we use wind energy and hydropower. Yes.
Okay. That's good. What about in Brazil, Jean? Do you use a lot of renewable energy?
I don't know. It's renewable energy. We our main our
Mine.
main our main source of energy is hydropower.
Yeah.
Don't know.
That's
So
renewable.
yeah, but it's to build a
Hydroelectric dam.
hydro dam. It's very uh, uh,
Expensive
expensive and
and
problematic
time consuming.
for the nature. So you need to flood an
Yes.
area. So we are using a lot of wind energy in the northwest,
Wind.
wind
Mm-hmm.
energy in the northwest. So we are changing from hydropower to wind energy,
So wind
wind
energy.
wind energy.
Okay. And
Yeah.
Nikolai,
Um,
do you use renewable energy in Russia?
we use hydropower stations.
Mm-hmm.
We use nuclear stations.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what else? I'm not sure.
I know somebody was saying to me that you all don't use a lot of solar energy because you don't have that many sunny days.
Mm,
It's not possible to actually,
I
especially in winter.
I think that some people can set solar panels on
Mm-hmm.
their roofs,
Mm-hmm.
but solar stations I really not I really didn't hear about that.
Okay. And Parwati, what about in Indonesia? Do you use renewable energy a lot? And which ones?
Yeah, I found some wind energy in many islands have this one, and also
Mm-hmm.
hydropower energy. Yeah.
And what about in Australia now? What do you actually see there?
Yeah. In Australia, we have solar energy on the rooftop of houses. Yeah, especially to to save the solar energy in the summer. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then also have wind power.
Mm. That's good. Okay. Please read the screen. Parwati.
Right. A complete to renewable energy would save lots of people from life-threatening disease and save hundreds of billions a year in health costs. Just because you can't see something does not mean it isn't there. Every minute we breathe in 10 liters of air. According to scientists, air pollution kills more than 3.2 million people per year.
Mm-hmm. So breathe. So every minute we breathe in 10 liters of air. So if you're living in a city where there is so much pollution, it's like smoking 40 packs is it 40 packs you said? Yeah,
Yeah.
cigarettes a day.
40 pack, yeah.
That and you're inhaling every time you breathe a minute 10 liters of air. How much damage are you doing to your lungs?
Mhm.
Scared now, right? Okay. Nikolai,
Take
please
care.
read the screen.
Um, I need to read.
Yes, please.
Mhm. Uh, these figures prompted country leaders to think about the way we organize our cities and generate our power. Uh, birth deformities, cancer rates, and lung problems caused by air pollution can be reduced with the right regulations and strategies. Residents of smoky, fume-filled cities deserve it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Do you agree? The government should have regulations to actually prevent the amount of air pollution
Yeah,
or reduce the amount of air pollution we have in the atmosphere.
yeah, I'm agree.
What do you think, Jean?
I think that's important to have uh, this kind of incentive
Mm-hmm.
from the government to generate this feeling of care of
Mm-hmm.
we need to care of our environment and take care of our life or health. So
Mm-hmm.
if
Yep.
we just do it by ourselves, maybe it's not the right. I don't know.
Yep. We can't do it by ourselves. A lot of the time we need some help from the government to actually put some rules and laws into place. Please read this screen, Jean.
So Delhi. In Delhi, air pollution levels are 20 times the limit that is considered safe. It is on the o- it is one of the world's most populated largest city. The air quality is so bad that the city residents must wear masks to avoid breathing in the harmful chemicals. Some of the contributing factors include farmers burning the remain of their crops rather than clearing fields for replanting. This is more expensive. Emissions from traffic, industrial fumes, and construction dust.
Okay. So these all cause air pollution in New Delhi. And they mentioned that people who live in New Delhi need to wear masks, but have a look. Are these people wearing masks? Do you
No.
think it's because, why do you think that is?
uh,
Hawati, what do you think? Why are these people not wearing masks?
Probably because the lack of information or
Could be.
yeah, and the mask is expensive.
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
Then you have to think. Mask, food to feed family.
Yeah.
Mask, food to feed family. Food to feed
Mhm.
family comes first. Mask comes later. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are some potential solutions to these problems? I mean, if they can't afford masks because they're too poor and they can't afford food because they're too poor, then, you got to go for food. But what can we do to help these people? Like they mentioned, it costs, the pollution is so bad. It's twice as much. Is it twice they mentioned? No,
yeah,
20,
20
20
times.
times
Times.
higher than the limit considered. Okay, so if, Ivan, if you think it's bad in your city, consider 20 times as bad as your city. That's scary, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's super scary. And they live in this every day.
I
Mhm.
wonder why don't their government don't forbid farmers to burn the remains of the crops.
That's a good question. But also, Parwati mentioned there are a lot of fires in her country as well. Do farmers burn crops? They burn the crops at the end of the year. Why do they do that? Do you know?
They
Yeah,
burn it so the crops become the fertilize.
Ah, not really. When you burn it, you get
Not
nothing.
really. Nothing.
That's the point. If you burn it, it's
But
faster.
it is easier because it's
Yes.
easier to
It's
clear.
cheaper, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cheaper. All you do is set a
But I
fire
think
and it's done.
it's one of the easiest thing to do.
Hmm. All you do is light a
But
match.
why don't they forbid it?
Yeah, of course you can forbid it. But then, remember
They don't
now, the farms
obey.
are in rural areas. There are less police out there to actually enforce the law, and so it's more difficult
Mm.
to solve that issue. Also, education might help, but at the same time, you're considering food. Yeah, exactly. Food and money to pay somebody to actually clear the land and do that for you.
Mm.
You go with food every time. Okay, I'm going to do a reading for you, and I want you to pay attention to what you hear me say. Remember, every time you have a reading in class, it comes from the actual text that you read before, okay? Are you ready?
We
Yes.
need only to hear or type it.
No, don't type it. You might write down some information that you think is important from the
Mm-hmm.
reading on a piece of paper to remind you about what I said, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready?
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so I shall begin. Regulations which impose fines on rule breakers work to lower the density of toxic fumes in these cities. Other reduction ideas are based on limiting the use of fossil fuels like coal and oil. The burning of these fuels is the largest contributing factor to air pollution. Changing to cleaner sources of power, such as solar or wind energy, can reduce the extent and consequences that pollution can have. A complete shift to renewable energy would save lots of people from life-threatening diseases and save hundreds of billions a year in health costs. Just because you can't see something does not mean it isn't there. Every minute we breathe in 10 liters of air, according to scientists. Air pollution kills more than 3.2 million people per year. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
What do you remember from the reading? Did you understand it, everybody?
I think
So,
yes.
so, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Would you like me to read it one more time? Because I can. As your B2, sorry, your B1, I can read it 2 times. Yes? Should I read it one more time?
Yeah, please.
Okay, I'm only reading it for Jean because none of you want to hear it. So I'm reading it for Jean because he said it, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay. Okay, so I shall begin. Regulations which impose fines on rule breakers work to lower the density of toxic fumes in these cities. Other reduction ideas are based on limiting the use of fossil fuels like coal and oil. The burning of these fuels is the largest contributing factor to air pollution. Changing to cleaner sources of power, such as solar or wind energy, can reduce the extent and consequences that pollution can have. A complete shift to renewable energy would save lots of people from life-threatening diseases and save hundreds of billions a year in health costs. Just because you can't see something does not mean it isn't there. Every minute we breathe in 10 liters of air, according to scientists. Air pollution kills more than 3.2 million people per year. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
So I'll ask the easy question first. How many people die from air pollution per year?
3.2
3.2 million
million.
Very good.
per
Okay.
year.
So how many liters of air do we breathe in every
10.
minute?
10 liters.
Yep.
10 liters, yeah.
Okay, boys, come on. The girls are winning this.
Hey.
So fossil fuels, what do they want? What are the fossil fuels that they want to limit?
Coal and oil.
Coal and
Coal
oil.
and oil,
Oil.
yes.
Yeah.
And what did they mention? That we should change what
To
we use.
solar energy and wind energy.
Okay, so Nikolai and Ivan,
Yes.
okay, these last questions are for you, okay? Okay, guys, give them a chance to see if they can remember any of this. Because you're struggling. Everybody else is winning. You need to get at least one goal, okay? One goal for the team. Come on. Okay, so let me think. Which energy, which type of clean energy source are they talking about? Can you name one that they mentioned?
Renewable energy.
Yeah, one. What was the examples that they mentioned in the text?
Wind energy and solar energy.
Oh, well done, Nikolai. Come on, Ivan, your turn.
Hydropower energy.
I know they did mention that. Come on. And they mention life changing over to renewable energy can save hundreds of billions in what? If you change
Hundreds.
it,
If we
Sorry?
if we changing to
renewable energy,
health, yes,
you can save what?
we can save health of people.
Yes,
We
health costs.
Yeah,
Cost.
the billions
Hundreds of
written.
billions of dollars in health costs. Okay, so we did not do the activities. We did ask some questions and answer questions, and you all did really well in the listening. Okay, well done for you.
Thank you.
I would say review. Go back and look at the actual activities that we didn't do. They were to help you to speak and to see if you understood the text, but we checked that anyway. So good for you. Do the homework activities because it will help you to use the English, especially if you don't live in a country where you actually speak English every day. Parwati, as you
Yes.
live in a native speaking English country at the moment, try to see if you could actually use some of the vocabulary from today's class, maybe as small talk conversations, okay?
Okay.
Because air pollution is a good small talk conversation. You're waiting at the bus stop. There's a lot of pollution here today. Use some of the language you learned, okay? People respond to that. People like to complain in native English speaking countries. It's terrible, but it's true. Okay. Do you have
Okay.
any questions about what we did in class today?
No.
No. Perfect.
Okay,
No.
great. I hope to see you guys again.
Thank
So,
Well
you.
done on your
Okay.
reading.
nice to meet you.
Bye.
Bye for
Thank
now.
you. Bye.
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 Bye.